On January 24, 2007, the Obama campaign released the following statement: "To be clear, Senator Obama has never been a Muslim, was not raised a Muslim, and is a committed Christian who attends the United Church of Christ in Chicago." On March 14, in a statement to The Times, the Obama campaign corrected that statement with this: "Obama has never been a practicing Muslim." The statement added that as a child, Obama had spent time in the neighborhood's Islamic Center. In 2 months, the Obama campaign has gone from describing the U.S. presidential hopeful as never having been a Muslim and never having been raised as a Muslim, to now never having been a practicing Muslim. Islam is patrilineal. Patrilineality is a system in which one belongs to one's father's lineage. In Islam, religion passes from the father to the child. For Muslims, the fact that Obama was born to a line of Muslim males makes him born a Muslim. Obama's father was a Muslim. Obama's grandfather was a Muslim. Obama's stepfather was a Muslim. Sarah, who Obama calls grandmother, is a Muslim. Obama's half-brothers and sisters are Muslims. To Muslims, Obama is a Muslim, no matter what he says. Obama's sister Maya was quoted by the New York Times as saying, "My whole family was Muslim." One assumes she considers Obama a member of her family. After all, she refers to him as my brother.
There is even a statement on his official campaign website reading, quote, "Obama has never been a Muslim and is a committed Christian." But Obama's half-brother is not so sure. Malik Obama tells the Jerusalem Post that if elected, his brother will be a good president for the Jewish people, despite his Muslim background. The article was also accompanied by an image of Malik Obama holding a photo of him and Barack Obama, both in Muslim dress, reportedly taken when the two first met back in 1985.
It is well known by social scientists that people seldom change the religion that they were born into and grew up with. That is, for example, if one is born and raised a Hindu, they tend to remain that way for the rest of their life. This is particularly true of the Muslim culture, which punishes those who renounce their Islamic faith. Barack Hussein Obama, Sr., born 1936, died 1982, was a Muslim who named his boy Barack Hussein Obama, Jr. Only Muslim children are named Hussein. All children born with an Arabic name based on the HSN trilateral root, that is, Hussein, Hassan, and others, can be assumed to be Muslim, so that other Muslims will understand Obama's full name, Barack Hussein Obama, to proclaim him a born Muslim. In an ongoing lawsuit by Philip J. Berg, Barack Obama has refused to comply with the court's simple request for his birth certificate, strongly suggesting that he cannot comply. According to Berg's informational sources, Barack Obama was born while his parents were visiting in Kenya, his father's native country. If this is true, then Obama would be ineligible for the U.S. presidency. It would also mean that he is a native of a Muslim nation.
I had visited Africa in a very personal way. It was a pretty big production, and much bigger than I expected.
The best thing is that he is a Kenyan and he came back home. No matter how rich he is, no matter the state he's in, came back home. Yes.
We want the world to view Obama as the son of Africa who has made a name in the U.S. government.
Even the neighbors are more or less related to the Senator Barack Obama.
And I know Mwaso Kenyans will be so uplifted because he's originally from Kenya.
They are Muslims, like Barack's father was.
The name of the son is Barack Obama.
The state of Hawaii considers a certification of live birth as a secondary source of identification for the purpose of establishing Hawaiian ancestry. A certificate of live birth is considered a primary source. To respond to challenges as to his eligibility for President of the United States, Barack Obama first posted and then removed from his website a certification of live birth, claiming that this was his birth certificate. It is not. But such a certification, which is a certification of live birth, is issued only when a birth certificate cannot be located in the records. Folks, that is it right there. This is an example of what a long form looks like from the state of Hawaii. Once again, if you'll notice, it has more information than what is on the short form, i.e., parental status, witnesses to the birth, which is not available in the certification of live birth, which are two different documents. One is a legal document, one is not. Okay? So there we go. Another question that might be answered in the full-length document, which is the long form, would indicate Obama's parents were unavowedly unmarried at the time of his birth, which would contradict Obama's lore that they were in good faith married, but only later dissolved the marriage upon the revelation that Obama Sr. had never divorced his first wife in Kenya. Lastly, I would like to point out that from Africa Online, Kenya-born Obama Makes History wins presidential nomination of the U.S. Democratic Party, eyes on the White House. This is actually from an offshore Kenyan African newspaper that actually printed this. Once again, this is throwing concern inside of there why we must have resolution to find out where Barack Obama was born and to have him fully vet himself and his legality as a naturalized citizen of the United States of America.
When Obama was 2 years old, his parents divorced. And Obama then married Lolo Soetoro, who was also a Muslim, and was from Indonesia. Barack Obama at that time was referred to as Barry Soetoro. The family then moved to Jakarta, where Obama's half-sister Maya was born. She explained to Jodi Kantor of the New York Times, "My whole family was Muslim, and most of the people I knew were Muslim." An Indonesian publication, the Banjarmasin Post, reports of former classmate, Roni Amir, recalling that all the relatives of Barry's father were very devout Muslims. While attending Catholic school in Indonesia, where it was forbidden to convert Muslims to Christianity, official documents show that Barry Soetoro was registered by his father as a Muslim and as a citizen of Indonesia. At the Catholic school he attended, Nedra Pickler of the Associated Press reports that documents showed he enrolled as a Muslim while at a Catholic school during 1st through 3rd grades. Kim Barker of the Chicago Tribune confirms that Obama was listed as a Muslim on the registration form for the Catholic school. Other sources states that Barack Hussein Obama was registered under the name Barry Soetoro, serial number 203, and entered the Franciscan Assisi Primary School on the 1st of January 1968 and sat in Class 1B. Barry's religion was listed as Islam. In his autobiography, Dreams from My Father, Obama mentions studying the Quran and describes the public school he attended as a Muslim school. At the public school he attended, Paul Watson of the Los Angeles Times learned from Indonesians familiar with Obama when he lived in Jakarta that he was registered by his family as a Muslim at both schools he attended. Harun Siddiqui of the Toronto Star visited the Jakarta public school Obama attended and found that 3 of his teachers have said he was enrolled as a Muslim. Although Siddiqui cautions that with the school records missing, eaten by bugs, one has to rely on people's shifting memories, he cites only one retired teacher, Tine Hahiyari, retracting her earlier certainty about Obama being registered as a Muslim. In his autobiography, Dreams of My Father, Obama relates how he got into trouble for making faces during Quranic studies, thereby revealing he was a Muslim, for Indonesian students in his day attended religious classes according to their faith. Obama's half-sister recalled that the family attended the mosque for big communal events. Watson learned from childhood friends that Obama sometimes went to Friday prayers at the local mosque. Barker found that Obama occasionally followed his stepfather to the mosque for Friday prayers. One Indonesia friend, Zulfinati, states that Obama was Muslim. He went to the mosque. I remember him wearing a sarong, which is a garment associated with Muslims. Roni Amir, who knew Obama in Indonesia, describes Obama as previously quite religious in Islam. During the time that he was in Indonesia, young Barry Soetoro, being a Muslim, would have been required to study Islam daily in school. He would have been taught to read and write Arabic, to recite his prayers properly, to read and recite from the Quran and to study the laws of Islam. However, Obama received additional training. According to Tine Hahiyari, one of Obama's teachers, and the school principal from 1971 through 1989, Barry actively took part in the Islamic religious lessons during his time at the school. I remembered that he had studied Mengaji, Tine said. The actual usage of the word Mengaji in Indonesian and Malaysian societies means the study of learning to recite the Quran in the Arabic language rather than the native tongue. Mengaji is a word and a term that is accorded the highest value and status in the mindset of fundamentalist societies in Southeast Asia. To put it quite simply, Mengaji classes are not something that a non-practicing or so-called modern Muslim family would ever send their child to. To put this in a Christian context, this is something above and beyond simply enrolling your child in Sunday school classes. The fact that Obama had attended Mengaji classes is well known in Indonesia and has left many there wondering just when Obama is going to come out of the closet. Obama's classmate Roni Amir describes young Barry as enjoying playing football and marbles and of being a very devout Muslim. Amir said, Barry was previously quite religious in Islam. We previously often asked him to the prayer room close to the house. If he was wearing a sarong he looked funny. Another classmate, Emir Syahsatar, CEO of Garuda Indonesia, was quoted as saying of Barry, he was often in the prayer room wearing a sarong. At that time, he was quite religious in Islam, but only after marrying Michelle, he changed his religion.